Okay, so what I think is going to be the last of this series, just documenting me replacing the tube seals in my V8. Yeah, again, this is the second head, one of the tubes out of the second head. This is the lower end that screws into the head itself, and this is the copper washer that came out. Having looked at it closely, it's a solid copper cone basically that seems to locate in a taper in the top of the tube, as I thought when I first took it out. And so I'm assuming that sat higher when it was brand new, and is deliberately compressed into the taper in the tube as is the tube's installed. But so it's not reusable in my opinion. And at the moment, even with that in there, the steel would be pressing straight against the aluminium, which I don't think is what was intended. Anyway, having gone to David Manners in Birmingham, UK, the only washers that seem to be available now are these ones, which I believe might be from New Zealand. Having checked a few forums online, this washer is quite different. It's actually, looking at it again closely, has an S shape. It's actually got a section, if I just try and draw it here, which comes out a bend and then it comes back again. So, and all that is within that washer there, within the thickness. So the tube here actually comes down the outside here, and I believe it's still got a taper on the inside, something like that. So there's still a compression effect on this section of the washer, but ultimately there's still a direct, simple sandwich with the steel tube against the aluminium head, which is obviously going to be here somewhere. So I think the idea with these is partly that you get a seal with the taper and the compression that takes place, but also that the washer is centered within the tube accurately, so that this butt seal here, this direct sandwich, is effective and the washer hasn't moved slightly. So it all seems a bit complicated to me. So on the other side of my engine, the other head, I simply had just a flat copper washer with the tube hole and the tube. I don't think the tube had a taper in it. It might have done, but basically it was simply like that. The tube just butted against the solid copper washer and against the aluminium. So that's what I've got on one side, and I replaced these washers again, having annealed them. But on the other side, I've got this taper arrangement, and so this seems to be the only washer available, and I can kind of understand how it's supposed to work, I think. Anyway, so I'll put these back in, and I think I'll still use some of the Loctite silicone sealant anyway, but hopefully these will seal effectively on my second head. Okay, that's it for now then. Thanks anyway.